gonna take three motherfucking things, and that's what? He's thinking about shit. Talk shit. Talk shit. Talk shit. Let's go kick some motherfuckers. On the street, man. Hold your hands up high. Hold your hands up high. The mighty kings are passing by. Hold your hands up high. Hold your hands up high. The mighty kings are passing by. The mighty kings are passing by. From north to south. From north to south. We really knock them out. We really knock them out, baby. From north to south. From north to south. We really knock them out. We really knock them out. Shit. It's sticking busted. It's sticking busted. Boom. How ironic. How ironic. That video. Oof. Was like, man, I think 99, maybe 2000, maybe a little bit earlier. It was the kickoff. Back in the day, the first game of the college season was called the Kickoff Classic, and it was held in Giant Stadiums where the Giants and the Jets play out in the Meadowlands. And how ironic. You know what that video was from? It was Miami versus Ohio State. And Miami beat them like 31-10. How ironic tonight. I dropped the video before the game. What did I say? Carson Beck, the men's. Mark Fletcher, bro, 2 weeks in a row. I heard about his father passing last year. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. That's why you always got to be, never take anything for granted, especially with your parents, man. You know? What did I say tonight was going to come down to, bro? Big game by Fletcher and the Miami offensive line. Now, back in May, I started dropping people May the 4th. Back in May, Muaga, Miami's right tackle. He was my right tackle one. And he's pretty much is going to be my right tackle one. But I can't give too much, I can't give too much out. Inez Cooper, their right guard, all 6'5", like 360 of them. Brockemeyer, the center. In the summer, Markel Bell, the 6'9", 340-pound tackle that no one talked about except me. Now everyone wants him. Everyone wants him. Bain, he had a good game, bro. He had a good game, bro. He reminded me tonight a little bit of Brandon Graham, who played for the Philly when he would do that wide 9 tackle set for like the track stance. He did wear down a little bit when Ohio State came out running with a heavy package. But I said this game was going to come down to, what did I say this game was going to come down to? Miami's offensive line versus Ohio State's front seven. And how ironic it did. The Canes were a 10-point under. David Blay, one tech, played a good game, bro. Old man, Akeem Massador, played a good game, bro. Mohamed Teray, 7-year player. He blew his Achilles out twice. Caught Jeremiah Smith on a jet sweep. Rutgers, he was going to go to Penn State. Then he ran right out of Penn State, went right to the U. Kid's a freak. The only thing that's held him back is 2 Achilles injuries. Keontae Scott. What did I say? Jacoby Thomas. Now, Ohio State. Did you notice in my prior video, I did not mention one Ohio State offensive lineman? Did you notice in my prior video, I said Ohio State's offensive line sucked? Did you notice that? Watched them every single game except Grambling. Wasn't impressed, bro. It took all American, like all world freshman Bo Jackson to the Big Ten championship game to crack 1,000, and then everyone was blowing it up. I'm like, so now I don't know, I'm old school, but I always thought like records only counted for regular season, not championship games, playoff games. But like this is the era we live in where I guess we count all this, like the championship games, the playoff game stats into one season stats. It took them what, 13 games to crack 1,000 yards. Everybody was like, yeah. Miami's Ohio State's offensive line, dog shit. Carnell Tate, he really never got, too much involved. Lorenzo Styles was out there. He got injured first quarter, but he was out there. Find me one person who's ever mentioned his name. Find me one person. CJ Donaldson played. CJ Donaldson played basically the first half and played good. He played decent. Played good. Big kid. Too thin. They got to bulk him back up to like 245, 250. Caden McDonald played a good game. Kenyatta Jackson, he has a frame, but you can put 20 pounds on. Where was Arvell Reese tonight? I already said it. It's just like the people out there, like these draft guys, are comical. By tomorrow, Sonny Styles is gonna skip Arvell Reese. And Sonny Styles is going to be ahead of Arvell Reese. Yet back in May, who was my number one linebacker? Go look. Sonny Styles. Back in May. Caleb Downs actually did play. Had 1 or 2 decent plays. He played his best game all season. I watched every single Ohio State game this season except Grambling. They won. I don't think I needed to see them play Grambling. They won like 70-0. But Caleb Downs, you actually knew Caleb Downs was on the field tonight because you can go watch his other 12 games this year, and he was like, some people I know out there that are on the side of milk cartons. How was Ohio State's Noah Igbagagi Davidson, the cornerback, horrendous. I said that before the game. And then people are like, well, it was a second-round pick. He's a third-round pick. Yeah. Those are the same guys that had playing the band. They had Xavier Worthy as their number one wide receiver. He didn't even score a touchdown. Listen, bro, it was a good game tonight, man. Bro, this game should have been 21-0 in the first quarter. Fletcher had a fumble in the first quarter, and he redeemed himself, man. what was it? 20, what was it, 24-14? Should have been 31. But see all the Canes on the sideline, seeing Jimmy Johnson on the sideline with tears in his eyes, bro. And Jimmy Johnson, yo, I think before Miami, I think Jimmy Johnson was at Oklahoma State, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen Jimmy Johnson on the sideline of an Oklahoma State game, bro. But, Irvin was going nuts tonight. He's going to go crazy tonight. He ain't going to sleep tonight, man. But, yo, man, Irvin got hard, bro. I'm sorry, man. He's my number one wide receiver. And I'll say he's my number one wide receiver because Jerry Rice played double his time, and Jerry Rice had John Taylor, and then Jerry Rice had another Hall of Famer on his side, and Terrell Owens. And Irvin had Alvin Harper for 4 years. After that, who do you have? Yeah, I'll wait. Jerry Rice had Joe Montana, Steve Young, Jeff Garcia, I believe. Irvin had, I don't even know who before Aikman, 88. I don't even remember, bro. Irvin had Aikman and then hurt his neck. Fuck Jerry Rice, bro. I'm not a 49er fan. I'm not. So not. But it's just ironic. I called this game before it even happened, bro. I called it. And, this game even proves it that Notre Dame, come on, bro. Ohio State would have lit up Notre Dame, man. I don't understand how Notre Dame thought they had it. They should have been in this game over Miami when Miami beat them. No, it doesn't work like that. Win like a champion, and then like, nah, we're not going to play. And then they just re-signed their coach. There was chats of him going to the Giants, but I don't know, bro. I'm not a fan of him. When you're a coach at Notre Dame, you get the top talent. They come to you. You're turning people away every year, man. He had a kid, Steve Agnelli, a quarterback, never used him. He left. He went to Syracuse last season. This season went crazy for 4 games, blew his Achilles out. But Agnelli will be back next year at Syracuse. But yet he couldn't see the field at Notre Dame because every year, they brought in some QB with 7 years experience, But Notre Dame will be Notre Dame's Notre Dame, bro. They're gonna be good every year, bro. It's like certain schools, it's hard to have a bad season, bro. They get the best of the best, man. They got they had Urlacher's son, but he transferred to USC. Not a fan of him. He's not a SM All. If you know what movie that is, put it in the chat. But it's just Max Clare. What did he do tonight? But block. But everyone thinks he's a top 10 tight end in this draft. No. He needs to come back. I just can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow, it's going to be Sonny Styles over Reese, man. I don't know, bro. I guess I know football, though, right? Comical. I'm going to do a breakdown for draft prospects before all 3 games mañana. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it was cool seeing all the old guys on the sidelines, bro. That's hard. Seeing Jimmy Johnson, bro. Think about it, man. That's probably the best game, and that's probably the best game ever in AT&T Stadium. At least for me. Yo, man, everybody have a happy New Year, and just be careful, man. Peace out.